I never imagined a single text message could unravel everything I thought I knew about us. I was wrapping up at work when my phone buzzed. I need to talk to my ex, don't worry. It was from Sarah, my girlfriend of 4 years. For so long, I had trusted her without hesitation. I loved her openly, completely, never once doubting her loyalty. But those words, they planted something in me I couldn't shake. I stared at my phone, trying to convince myself it meant nothing. Maybe she just wanted a harmless conversation. But there was something in the way she wrote it, the casual tone, the ease, that twisted my stomach. I'd learned her subtleties over the years. The way she lingered on her phone, the small smile she gave when she thought I wasn't watching. And now, she was being intentionally vague, almost playful about talking to someone who once meant everything to her. I didn't respond right away. I just sat in my car, gripping the steering wheel, replaying our last few months. On the surface, everything seemed perfect. We laughed, traveled, fell into comfortable routines. But beneath that, I had noticed cracks, slow replies, unexplained errands, irritation over simple questions. I brushed it off at first, chalked it up to stress or exhaustion. But that text? My instinct screamed there was more to the story. She eventually called. Her voice was steady, too steady, like she had practiced what to say. Hey, I just wanted to clear things up. It's nothing serious. Don't worry. She meant to reassure me. Instead, her tone lit every alarm inside me. There was something unspoken hiding underneath her words. I didn't challenge her. I didn't push. I listened, quietly, letting her talk, letting her reveal pieces without realizing it. Sarah never really understood this side of me. I was quiet, observant, calm, but never blind. Over the years, I'd gotten better at noticing what people try hardest to hide. I wasn't going to leap to conclusions, but I was going to uncover the truth. And once I did, everything would shift. About an hour after a call, the tightness in my chest only grew stronger. She'd stepped out for a quick errand, or so she said. But I'd learned long ago that the smallest details often carried the most weight. A pause, a hesitation, even a single word could reveal more than a whole conversation. I didn't panic. I watched. I waited. Her ex, Jason, had always been a distant shadow, someone she never fully explained. They had shared a deep history. At least that's what she told me. I respected it, believed it was over. But her message made it painfully clear the past wasn't dead at all. It was alive, flickering beneath the surface, threatening to ignite. When she returned, the change was immediate. Her eyes shifted, her smile was stiff, and the warmth I usually felt when she walked through the door was gone, replaced by something calculated. She expected me to stay relaxed, to pretend nothing was wrong. But even calm has limits. The security I once felt with her, the one I trusted, was slipping through my fingers. Later, as we sat across from each other at the dinner table, I finally spoke. No raised voice. No accusations. Who did you really see? The question hung between us like a blade. She hesitated, fiddling with her glass. That tiny pause told me everything. It's nothing, she said too fast, too lightly. She tried to laugh it off, pivot the conversation, distract me. But the truth was already creeping through every detail. This wasn't random. This wasn't innocent. And in that moment, I realized the woman I thought I knew, my partner, my confidant, had a version of herself she kept hidden. A version capable of secrecy, deception, and betrayal. I had loved her completely. And now that love felt like a weight dragging me under. So I made a quiet decision. I would watch. I would wait. I would let the truth expose itself fully. Because once I knew, there would be no returning to the life we had. Later that night, Sarah assumed I was distracted with work emails. But I was focused on her, on every movement, every breath, every shift in her posture. She expected me to drop the subject, to trust her blindly like always. But patience was my greatest strength. Observation was my weapon. Then it happened. Her phone buzzed while she was in the kitchen. She froze mid-step, eyes darting to the screen with a flash of panic. She snatched it up quickly, hoping I hadn't noticed. I noticed everything. Every nervous gesture. Every pause, every unspoken truth. That was the moment it all clicked. She had underestimated me. She assumed my trust was weakness. She assumed love would blind me. But she had ignored one simple fact. I see more than I ever say. An hour later, I followed a trail, subtle but undeniable. Small clues she never meant to leave behind led me straight to what I already feared. She had met Jason. And it wasn't just a friendly catch-up. My heart sank, but at least now I knew. The anger, the disappointment, the ache, they collided all at once. I confronted her quietly, calmly. I didn't need volume. The truth spoke loudly enough. The tension in the room thickened. Her confidence cracked as she saw in my eyes that I knew. She scrambled to explain, to defend herself, to claim it was innocent. But her explanations didn't matter anymore. Her actions already carried the weight of the truth. I listened, but inside, the decision was already made. The trust that built our 4-year relationship had shattered. Completely. When I walked out that night, leaving her alone in the apartment she thought she could manage, it wasn't revenge driving me. It was clarity. I had loved deeply and believed wholeheartedly, and I had been blindsided. But I learned something vital. No one controls your life or your emotions unless you let them. And as the door closed behind me, everything changed, irreversibly. The heaviness lifted, the illusion dissolved. And Sarah understood in that instant. I didn't need to tell her anything. Her own choices were loud enough. That innocent little text she sent earlier, the one she thought would reassure me, had ended everything. And by the time I walked away, I wasn't just a man in love anymore.